this message is just for you. You are good enough. This is the episode for you. If you watch a lot of language learning content online and you're starting to worry that your journey really doesn't look anything like theirs, I made this video just for you. So today I want to talk about the internet because while it can be such a powerful force for good in our language learning, and I am so glad to have it, it can also leave us feeling like everyone else is doing better than us, that their journey is so much more glamorous than ours, and just that they all know something that we don't. But the trouble is, what you're seeing on the internet is very rarely a fair representation of all aspects of people's language learning journey. Just like a set of holiday photos, people's natural instinct is to foreground all the best moments and fast forward through the boring and slow bits. And you know, that's fine. The general masses won't be particularly interested in 50 shots of you deciding what to put into your suitcase or endless running commentaries of you checking for the 20th time that you still have your passport. But the trouble is, when you take all that stuff out and you're left with the highlights, people naturally assume that highlight to highlight, your road was clear. And the same goes for language learning. Remember, when we're online, we have disproportionate access to people who have made language learning their whole identity. People who have set up their lives and, more importantly, their personal brand on the premise of either learning lots of languages or learning them really fast. And it goes without saying that the more extreme, the more desirable, the more aspirational, the more it feeds the algorithm. So many of these people are trying to sell something either by oversimplifying or overcomplicating one of the most individual journeys you will ever go through in your whole life. And both of those things can lead us to feel like language learning is not for people like us. And I think as a generation, we're getting better at discerning and demanding true representation when it comes to things like fitness, fashion, relationships, and parenting on the internet. We know that they have time to script or editing software, and they can reshoot endlessly if necessary. But when we're learning a new skill, something where we don't necessarily feel like we know what we're doing, and we're looking to experts to help us on our way, it's easy to slip into sort of passive student mode, to stop critically assessing what we see and assume that the cleanness of their journey was a product of their expertise rather than a product of their curation. So if there is one takeaway from today's video, it is this. Make the most of everything that the internet can bring you to help you with your language. Use it to find community, to learn grammar and vocabulary, to access native language content. The internet can be amazing for language learners, but don't let it fill you with a false sense of panic that you're not where you should be. You are exactly where you should be. We have to learn, and it really is a skill. We have to learn to use the internet to inspire us, to help us to hold that image in our heads of what's possible for us, and not to let it scare us into thinking that we're behind. We need the internet to push us forwards and not to hold us back, and to invite us into the language community and not to push us out. You are doing all the right things. Just keep going, keep chipping away at it, keep looking for inspiration, keep asking questions, and you will get there. I will see you tomorrow.